Konoha no Sato, the village hidden in the leaves was founded by the two most powerful clans in the world, the Senju and Uchiha clans. Their leaders, Hashirama Senju and Madara Uchiha, were friends from childhood who saw the bloodshed of the Warring States period, which lasted since the death of the last shogun in 254 BV, before villages. After the father of Madara, Tajima Uchiha, died by the hands of his eldest, Madara had awoken the Mangekyo Sharinan, and Izuna, his younger brother, had killed his best friend shortly after. The two, with their new visual prowess, had begun even more intense fighting against the Senju and their allies. Ultimately, Izuna was killed by the younger brother of Hashirama, Tobirama Senju, and Izuna entrusted his brother with his eyes. Madara, needing the light, had taken Izuna's eyes for his own and obtained the eternal Mangekyo Sharinan, the peak of the Uchiha's mighty dojutsu. With his new eyes, Madara waged one last battle against the Senju, and in a battle that lasted an entire day, Madara's back touched the ground for the first time. He didn't want to admit surrender and told Hashirama to kill himself or his brother. Hashirama opted to kill himself, and Madara, moved by his display, admitted defeat and joined the Senju to create a new organization, the village hidden in the leaves, and ended the Warring States period. But after some years, Madara thought that the Senju were too powerful and influential and tried to gain support from his clan to seize power, but they did not. Madara, now 32 years old, left the village. Nobody knew where he went. Some say he went further north than Snow Country, some say he went south to the unexplored continent, and some say he went west, beyond the Sunset Sea. But wherever he went in his 16 years of travel, Madara came back with a woman he claimed as his wife named Visenya Uchiha Blackfire, and an army to wage battle against the Leaf. In his final battle with Hashirama, he brought the nine-tailed demon fox with him to battle. Their fighting was so earth-shattering, it left a scar on the very earth itself, creating the Valley of the End. And Madara, the most powerful Uchiha, had died. His forces surrendered and the first great ninja war occurred. Hashirama, exhausted from the battle, would die from mysterious circumstances and named his brother as Nidame Hokage, second Fire Shadow. Madara's wife was kept safe from harm by Tobirama, and Madara's son, Tajima Uchiha, named after his grandfather, would become a citizen of the Leaf. In the Second Great Ninja War, Tajima earned fame across the ninja world as the Crimson-Eyed Demon due to his mastery of the Sharingan. But despite all this, he never got the title of Uchiha clan head. During the war, he met Kaori Uchiha, eldest child of Kagami Uchiha's 3 kids, and had a daughter they named Kiyomi Uchiha. Kiyomi Uchiha, a natural prodigy and feared for her skills in Kenjutsu and Genjutsu along with her fire release, earned her nicknames like Konoha's Fire Goddess or Kiyomi the Nightmare Queen. After the war, on one drunk night, she hooked up with Minato Namikaze, the Yondaime Hokage, 4th Hokage, after he broke up with Kushina Uzumaki, her so-called rival from the academy days. He got her pregnant and shortly after that, left her, cause apparently Minato and Kushina were together again. After 8 months, she would give birth to her son. But tragedy struck because the nine-tailed demon fox attacked 2 months after her son's birth, and she would be among hundreds of dead in the aftermath of the event. This is the story of her son. The abandoned son of the 4th and the great-grandson of a god among shinobi. The story of Naruto Izuna Uchiha. Minato Namikaze, the student of Jiraiya of the legendary Sunin, 4th Hokage of the Leaf and the fastest ninja alive, so fast that he was gone in an instant and all you could see was a flash of his blonde hair. The same Minato who single-handedly won the Third Great Ninja War was currently very, and I mean very much depressed in his office, having to deal with the bane of all Kage, paperwork. Why was he depressed, you ask? It's simple really. Kushina Uzumaki left him just a few days ago and he feels like the world has ended. Knock knock. Yes? Come in, said Minato, still depressed. Maybe whoever this person is and whatever he/she is gonna do will rid him of paperwork. Hey kid. Said a voice he's all too familiar with. He looked up and saw his sensei, the Toad Sage, Jiraiya of the legendary Sunin. Minato's eyes widened. Sensei? What are you doing here? I thought you were running your spy network. Ah, the network can wait. Besides, I'm here for you. Me? Asked a very surprised and confused Minato. Yes. You. Look at you, looking all upset and miserable. Finish up and we'll go find ourselves a nice new girl for you. I don't know, sensei. It's a little too early for me. Kushina and I just broke up. Oh please. You didn't break up. She left you. Come on, let's go. And with that, Jiraiya grabbed Minato and they took to the streets. Searching, eating, getting drunk and being chased by hordes of angry women who were peeped on by Jiraiya. 2 months later. Minato was waking up. Besides him was Kiyomi Uchiha, the granddaughter of Madara Uchiha and the strongest kunoichi in the world. On one of their nights, Minato and Kiyomi met and they started dating after Minato saved Kiyomi from being raped by some Madara haters. Maybe leaving Kushina was for the better, he thought. He looked at the clock and saw it was already 8:37 a.m. By the sage of six paths' beard. It's already past 8:30. I'm late for work. Kiyomi-chan, it's time to wake up now, he said with a bit of desperation in his voice. 5 more minutes, she said. But Kiyomi-chan, I'm gonna be late for work. Yuri the Hokage. Besides, you can be late and get away with it. Maybe 5 more minutes ain't so bad, he thought, and went back to sleep. And he didn't wake up until another 30 minutes passed. 5:45 p.m. Minato finally finished his duty for the day and walked home. But he felt a presence nearby. Hello? Who's there? Noisy noises. I'll ask again, who's there? He said as he took out a kunai. But before he could do anything, he felt a chop to his neck and he was losing consciousness. The last thing he saw was a person, no, not just a person but Kushina Uzumaki of all people, who knocked him out and was making hand signs. Kiyomi got home after some time. She was excited to tell Minato the news. She was pregnant. After their dates, they became a couple and wanted a family. Minato wanted to name the baby Naruto after the main character of Jiraiya's The Tale of the Utterly Gutsy Ninja, whereas Kiyomi wanted to name him Izuna after her great-grand-uncle. After some arguments, they finally decided that he'll be called Naruto Izuna Uchiha Namikaze. She finally got home but Minato wasn't there. Strange. He was usually home by now. She saw a note on the table and grabbed it. Her jaw dropped as the content on the note broke her heart. Minato and Kushina were in a relationship again and Minato didn't want anything to do with her anymore. She was angry. She went to the training ground and vented out her frustrations. But in the end, nothing could repair her broken heart. She fell into the Uchiha's curse of hatred. 7 months later. During the last 7 months, Minato announced Kushina as his wife and founding a new clan, the Uzukais, Uzumaki Namikaze. Kiyomi was outraged and so was the Uchiha clan. They felt betrayed for this. Kushina was the one who left him and for Minato to simp for her was an insult since Kiyomi was pregnant. But they kept it hidden. For now. In the end, Uchiha would get their payback for this insult. Kiyomi would get her revenge soon. Konoha Hospital. Kiyomi was a veteran of the Third Great Ninja War. She spent nights starving with tasteless bars for food and sleeping in trenches for weeks on end. She was trained to be a killer but she wasn't prepared for childbirth. God damn it. When I get my hands on that bastard, I'm gonna torture him to death along with his red-headed slut. The midwives were wondering if she lost her brains but it doesn't matter. Just one more push, Kiyomi-sama. We can see the head. Get it out of me. Using all of her strength left, she put one more push and out came the baby. Congratulations, Kiyomi-sama. It's a boy. The baby cried loudly as the nurse wrapped him in white cloth and gave it to his mother. The baby's tiny hands clung onto its mother as she, using her remaining strength, gave him all the love she could. Kiyomi-sama. Kiyomi looked up and saw the nurse with a smile on her face. Would you like to fill out these papers? She replied, of course. What's the child's name? Asked the nurse. Kiyomi thought hard but came to a decision. Naruto Izuna Uchiha. She said with a smile. Who's the father? Asked the nurse, to which she replied, I don't remember. She didn't want her son associated with Minato after the stunt he pulled and the nurse didn't push on, just putting it blank. End of chapter 1. 7 years later. 2 months after Naruto's birth, the nine-tailed fox attacked the leaf on October 10. Naruto, who was being guarded by Shisui Uchiha, his cousin, was saved but the same could not said about Kiyomi. She was among the many casualties of the nine-tails attack. During the chaos, Minato, along with help from the third and his students, the Sunin, managed to seal the nine-tails into the 4 newborn twins, and unknown to all except Minato, Naruto's half-siblings. The yin half went to the older, Menma, while the yang half went to Mito. The fourth revealed their Jinchuriki status to the leaf. At first, many thought they were the nine-tails reborn, but after some convincing, the villagers looked at them as heroes. But the leaf wasn't without some conflict in the last 7 years. The Hyuga affair, as it would be labeled, saw the leaf and the hidden cloud, and with stone cause they hate the leaf, nearly go to war over the cloud ambassador trying to steal Hinata Hyuga, the heir to the clan, and Hayashi killing the man in the process. The leaf, which was still recovering from the attack 4.5 years ago, could not deal with the bigger army of cloud and stone, combined with their Jinchuriki Jinchuriki and cloud's Megachakra cannon. In the end, the leaf was forced to give in to terms and surrendered Hisashi Hyuga, the head of the cadet branch and Hayashi's twin brother. There was also growing mistrust between the Leaf and the Uchiha clan, and word reached the higher-ups of a planned coup d'état. Shurikens and kunai were thrown in the training ground by a boy of 7 years of age. He gained a reputation as a prodigy among prodigies in the academy as he displayed talent and skills not seen, if not surpassed, the fourth Hokages. Many looked at him with awe as a sign that the Leaf will continue to be the strongest, but many were concerned that he will be a power-hungry maniac like his great-grandfather. He heard some noises and grabbed a few shurikens. About time, he thought as he threw them, and the individual came out. Taking his mother's katana, he channeled chakra through his feet and jumped high. He struck the opponent, who blocked with his own tanto. Gotta do better than that, the person said with a grin. Naruto in turn grinned as well, much to the person's confusion. But he got his answer as Naruto went poof. A clone, he thought as he turned around to deflect 3 shurikens thrown. Naruto weaved through hand seals fast as he shouted, fire style, great fireball jutsu, at the person who vanished. Damn him and his body flicker technique, thought Naruto as he too performed the technique as the two were fighting atop a tree branch. Oh why did I taught you the body flicker? Because you wanted people to think there was someone who was your protege who can learn your techniques, Shisui. Oh right, thought the now identified Shisui. I may have taught you my signature technique, but I haven't taught you everything, said Shisui as he kicked Naruto in the chest as he body flickered away and channeled fire chakra through his tanto. Shit, though Naruto as he too channeled chakra, but unlike Shisui's was lightning, through his okatana, and they dueled for some time. 7 years old and already capable of Jonin level chakra control. My little brother really is a prodigy, thought Shisui. You may wonder why Naruto knew chakra control practices normally done for people at least twice his age. The answer is simple. Fugaku Uchiha, the clan head, wanted Naruto to learn fast so that, as he quoted, Madara's power now shall be for the benefit of the clan. And thus instructed Shisui to teach Naruto things Genin, even Genin, were to learn as they grow older. Fire style, fire dragon flame bullet. Shisui was broken out of his thoughts as Naruto launched a few fire dragons at him and he body flickered away. Where is he? Where? 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 Screamed Naruto in his mind, only to realize that Shisui had a kunai near his throat. Sorry Naru, but it seems like I win. Yeah you win, said a frustrated Naruto. Oh come on. Cheer up. You did far better than Genin could do. Thanks Nii-san. Just as they were going to continue, an Umbu with a weasel mask appeared. Itachi/Itachi Nii. Hello Shisui. How are you Naruto? Practicing your jutsu? Itachi Nii, I told you before, it's Izuna. Itachi didn't say anything, rather, he poked Naruto in the forehead. Ah. That hurts Itachi Nii, he said with a pout. Shouldn't you be on a mission? Oh, I finished early, he looked at Shisui as his face turned serious. We need to talk Shisui. Shisui nodded his head. Naruto, how about you head home? We're finished for the day. But Nii-san, we just began half an hour ago. I know, but Itachi and I need to discuss this. It's very important. Okay Nii-san, but you owe me a new jutsu after this. Shisui just grinned as he ruffled Naruto's hair and he walked away. He body flickered away as Shisui's grin face turned into a serious one. What is the clan planning next? He said to Itachi. Naruto walked down the streets of the village with a few ryo in his pockets. He entered one of his and Shisui's favorite shops, the dango store. He entered the store and ordered 6 dango. 6 for him and none for Shisui. He was laughing like crazy in his mind, picturing Shisui's pleading face. He walked out the store, but he didn't look at where he was going and bumped into a silver-haired Umbu with a dog mask with an orange book he saw the adults enjoyed reading, giggling weirdly and making women mad. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see where I was going. Nah, it's fine. I wasn't looking either, said the Umbu as he saw an Uchiha version of his sensei. Strange. He looks like sensei. Hello Kakashi. My youthful rival. How are you this fine evening? Said a loud man wearing a green tight spandex with orange leg warmers, a Jonin flak jacket opened, a bowl-style haircut and the thickest eyebrows Naruto has ever seen. Guy. I thought you were on a mission. What are you doing this late afternoon? Said the now identified Kakashi to Guy, to which he replied, oh, I'm tutoring a young lad at the academy. Guy then noticed the kid next to Kakashi and asked, oh, who is this youthful young lad here? I am Izuna Uchiha, sir. Wait, I heard of you from the academy. They say you are a very talented young man with potential not seen since the 4th. Thank you for the praises, though it's just hard work. Anyways, I have to get going. Such a nice young lad, don't you say, Kakashi? Who looks an awfully lot like sensei. A week later. Naruto was concerned. Shisui wasn't home for a week. If he was out on a mission, he would leave a note for Naruto to know, but he didn't. And the clan was acting strange lately and Naruto had a sense of dread in his spine. Knock knock. He walked to the door and opened it and saw 3 members of the Uchiha police force. Izuna Uchiha? Asked the man in front who appeared to be the leader. Yes? We need to ask you some questions. First off, when was the last time you saw Shisui? About a week ago. Where exactly? On Uchiha Training Ground 7. Tell us what happened there. Well. We finished earlier than most days because some Umbu guys came and said the elders and Hokage wanted to see him. As Naruto said this, their eyes widened. Naruto didn't like this and asked, why? Did something happen to Shisui? We found a body on the Naka River and confirmed it to be Shisui Uchiha with his eyes missing. This statement broke Naruto. Shisui was dead. It can't be Shisui. How? Why? We're sorry but we promise we'll find out who did this. Naruto stood before Shisui's grave as he put the flowers atop the tombstone. I promise, I will avenge who did this to you, Nii-san. I promise, that whoever did this, will die. He declared as his eyes showed his newly awakened Tsutomu Sharingan. Unknown location outside Konoha. Itachi waited at the entrance of the cave for someone with an orange mask that had black flame-like markings. He met this person before on a mission to escort the fire daimyo before at age 8. The mission saw his teammate Tenma Izumo die and the event awakened Itachi's Sharingan. But now, past grudges were useless as he needed this man's help. The man who claimed to be Naruto's great-grandfather, Madara Uchiha. The orange-masked man was walking into the cave as he heard someone calling him. He first assumed it to be a Zetsu clone but the voice was different. The person jumped down and he saw Itachi Uchiha. How unusual, he thought as he readied his kamui and sword in case of an attack. There's something I need you to help me with. Blinking in surprise at the statement though his mask didn't show it, he thought of the clan's recent idea for a coup and wondered if it was because of it. Council room. We cannot allow the Uchiha clan to proceed with their coup d'état. Came from the voice of the retired third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. I agree. If the clan is going to revolt, then we must be prepared for it. Came from the voice of the old warhawk Danzo Shimura, known to many as the darkness of shinobi. I will not allow the village to become weak because of the Uchihas. Minato felt a shiver come up his spine as though their plan would eventually come to bite them in their butts later on. Fine. Assemble all Jonin and Umbu level shinobi to prepare for battle. Let the Uchiha make the first move. You hear me, Danzo? Let the Uchiha make the first move. Of course, Lord Hokage, said Danzo with sarcasm on the Hokage part. Academy. Naruto was bored. He looked out the window, remembering the times he and Shisui used to go out together. The lessons, as always, were boring. The academy constantly talked about its founding, its rich history, portraying Stone and Cloud as evil, the so-called heroic last stand of the Uzumaki clan before they were all wiped out, propaganda. Izuna Uchiha. Naruto saw the teacher, who was obviously angry at his lack of attention on the subject. What? He asked in a bored tone. Pay attention. Why? He asked again. Because what I'm teaching is important for your future career as a shinobi. What part of learning about the daimyos of different lands or their branch families is important for a shinobi? Or chakra control when we can't even practice it? Yes, it is necessary for a shinobi to learn all these. No, it isn't. It's a waste of time to learn about weaklings who think they're strong. Power is the only true necessity in the shinobi world. The teacher didn't know how to respond to that. No student ever responded like that. Only veteran shinobi who saw firsthand the horrors of the world thought like that. Before any more was said, the bell rang and students went outside for daily taijutsu spars. Academy playground. So far, the matches were simple and had a pattern that occurred almost every time. The pattern being a child of a clan usually winning against civilians due to them receiving training at an early age. Hinata Hyuga defeated Sakura Harano within a minute as Sakura, who was a total fangirl to Sasuke, only cared about her looks to impress Sasuke and didn't care about training. Mito defeated Ino Yamanaka and Menmitsu won a one-sided fight against a civilian kid. Shikamaru and Koji were next. Koji, due to his kind nature, didn't want to fight and Chika, being a Nara, forfeited. Shino and Sasuke were next and Naruto had to cover his ears cause of the fangirls, particularly Sakura's banshee-like voice. Sasuke won although Shino proved to be a tough opponent. A few civilians here and there until the final match, Izuna Uchiha vs Kiba in Yazuka. Alright? Come on, Izubaka. It's time I hooped your ass and show everyone who the real alpha dog is. Declared Kiba. He always was jealous of Naruto as he was dead last, whereas Naruto was the top of the class, praised by teachers and experienced shinobi as a prodigy among prodigies. We're not dogs, Kiba. Shut up. You think you're so better than everyone else, don't you? At least I'm not the dead last, replied Naruto in a bored tone. Kiba was angry at being called dead last and he wanted to insult Naruto for it. He would regret the next words that came out of his mouth. Oh yeah. You're only number one because Shisui taught you. If not for him, you would be lower than me. Heck, you wouldn't be half as good as you are right now. You think he's so great of a shinobi, huh? Guess what? He isn't. If he was, he wouldn't be dead. The other students and teachers dropped their jaws at what Kiba said. He went too far. Kiba calmed down and thought he went too far and wanted to apologize, but before he did, Naruto appeared right in front of him with his two Tomo Sharingan spinning in anger. Kiba gulped at the sight. Punch punch. Don't. Punch punch. Insult. Punch punch. Shisui. Punch punch. Ever. Punch punch. Again. Uppercut. You mutt. He roared as he jumped and kicked Kiba to the tree with enough force to break his arms. Kiba screamed out in pain as the teachers went to check on him. Kiba's unconscious. Medics. He has a broken arm. Naruto walked away, his scowl never leaving his face as his Sharingan was still blazing. Students, even the teacher, backed away in fear. One thought came to everyone's mind: never make Izuna angry. Unknown location. Toby chuckled, then it became a full-blown laughter. I warned my clan ages ago that this would happen, and it finally did. First the Senju, then the Uzumaki, and now the Uchiha, he he he. Itachi caught on the words that escaped Toby's mouth. This happened before? What do you mean, first the Senju, then the Uzumaki? Toby looked at Itachi and wondered if he should tell him. Telling him of the village's dirtiest secrets would only make Itachi more loyal and mistrustful of the leaf. Alright, fine. You see, back in the First War, many members of the Senju clan under Danzo's orders were sent on multiple suicide and high-risk missions because he felt the Senju's power and influence on the village was a threat to his visions for the village. Until eventually, they all died out except for the first Hokage's granddaughter, Tsunade Senju. In the Second War, he leaked out information of Nawaka Senju, grandson to the first Hokage, and his DNA was later salvaged by Orochimaru. Dan Kato, the lover of Tsunade Senju, was sold out by Jiraiya of the Sun and Spy Network, and the enemy set up traps that led to his death. He was always jealous of Dan, who managed to win Tsunade's love unlike him. In the history books, Uzushio is portrayed as a clan of innocent seal masters, but it is also a lie. Their use of the slave seals, mind-altering seals and many more was seen as an evil even by shinobi standards. But their downfall would come from one of their own. Kusina Uzumaki. Her title as heir was given to her younger sister, and she, allying with Danzo, were sent to Uzu along with Jiraiya to break the seals that led to the near extinction of the clan by the Foundation and the Leaf. Itachi gulped. The Leaf did all this? Killing out the Senju, selling out Nawaki and Dan, betraying the Uzumaki. Was his loyalty to the village even worth it? So, what will you do, now that you know all this? The question broke Itachi's thought, and he was thinking fast. The plan will still go as according to the original. Tonight, we kill the clan and I join your organization. But on one condition. Toby was surprised. A condition? What is it? You spare my younger brother, Sasuke, and Naruto Izuna. Of course. After tonight, only 4 Uchiha shall remain on the world, and with that he walked away. Condition or not, I would have taken Naruto away. He will be a useful ally in the future. After all, the prophesied Uchiha prince will surpass his great-grandfather. Fire Dragon Flame Bullet. 5 fire dragons came out and attacked the dummies, destroying them. Naruto was panting heavily. Ever since Shisui's death, he trained and trained to get stronger to avenge his older brother. He wiped away the sweat on his face as he jumped up and faced downwards, throwing fire chakra-laced shuriken at the targets before doing hand signs and shouted fire style, great fireball jutsu. At the last dummy, turning it to ashes. Must get stronger, to avenge Shisui and I were his last thoughts before he collapsed from exhaustion. Nighttime. Naruto woke up and saw it was already night. He must have slept for 3 to 4 hours as he looked at the time and saw it was already past 8. He got up, took his mother's katana and left for the compound. Secret location. The Uchiha clan is growing restless. You have 2 choices. You either kill them and spare both Sasuke and Naruto, or you join your clan in the coup and allow all of them to die. You choose. Came from Danzo Shimura, one of the Leaf's elders and an advisor to the Hokage. The sole leader of the Foundation, a division of the Umbu covered black ops that do missions even regular Umbu didn't do. He was hailed as the darkness of the shinobi for his unorthodox methods and being the prime suspect of many killings, massacres, and genocides, though never was proven. "Yes, I understand," came an emotionless response from Itachi Uchiha. His eyes were dark, his soul heavy, filled with pain and regret for the next mission he was going to do. His mission? Massacre the Uchiha clan. Uchiha clan district. Naruto remembered all the times he and Shisui spent together. On the dango shop, the Ichiraku ramen stand, the forest of death, etc. As he reached the district, he saw that the guards weren't there. Strange. The guards were usually up and patrolling the district and this time. But when he entered the gate, he saw something that terrified him to the core. The Uchiha clan was slaughtered. Naruto went to one man and started shaking him, pleading for him to wake up, but he didn't. He asked for help and to see if anyone was still alive, but none answered. He then heard a familiar voice calling him. "Hello, Naruto." Naruto turned around and saw Itachi. "Itachi ni. What's happening? Why is the clan slaughtered?" He looked at Itachi's sword, which still had blood, and realization crept into Naruto's mind. You couldn't. Why? Why? It's simple. To test my strength. What? You heard me. To remove the weak Uchiha. I killed my clan, just like I did, Shisui. Naruto took a step back. Itachi killed Shisui. But why? He screamed as tears rolled down his cheeks. He was your best friend. To obtain the next level. Any. Next, LL level. Yes. He showed his Sharingan, but then, the three tomos started to intertwine and combine, creating a three shuriken shape. This is called the Mangekyo Sharingan. Let me show you how I did it by using one of my newfound powers, Tsukuyomi. Tsukuyomi world. Naruto's world turned into black and white with a blood-red sky as he was chained on a cross. Itachi forced him to see everything. His massacre of the Uchiha clan. The cries of men, mothers pleading for their children's life, innocent children who saw their parents die in front of them, and Itachi killing them next. If Konoha and Shuriken didn't kill them, he killed them with his sword. He went into their homes as fathers were useless to stop the bloodshed, mothers hiding children, trying to plead with Itachi to show mercy to their children, and children, even babies, pulled out of their hiding spaces before the cold steel of Itachi's blade ended their lives. Naruto saw Itachi drove his blade through Fugaku and into Minato, his godmother who took care of him since day one. No. Naruto. The voice was all too recognizable to Naruto. It was Shisui. He looked and saw Shisui was bleeding, with various Konoha and Shuriken embedded on his body. "Nii-san. Help me. Please. I am afraid he can't do anything to help you," and "you to him," came Itachi's voice from behind. "Itachi. Please, stop this. Watch, as I kill Shisui." Itachi took out Shisui's eyes, ignoring his screams of pain. After that he lifted his sword, ready to take his head. "Why didn't you help me, Naruto?" were Shisui's last words as the sword took off Shisui's head. Naruto released a large burst of chakra as he screamed in anger and pain. His eyes began to morph and he broke the Tsukuyomi. Back to reality. Itachi saw Naruto fell to his knees. He looked at Naruto's seemingly unconscious body and muttered, "I'm sorry," before turning around and leaving. You. He looked back and saw Naruto getting up, with the dark blue chakra surrounding him. He looked at Naruto's eyes and gasped. Mangekyo. Naruto's right eye was glowing as it was spinning. Crimson and purple lightning started to form on his hands until it formed a sword. Then, he charged at Itachi with the intent to kill, but Itachi blocked and jumped on the roof. Naruto's right eye glowed again as black wind started to chase Itachi until the wind struck and he jumped down. Lightning and wind manipulation? Not even Kakashi Senpai or Sand Village's wind users showed a quarter of this strength. Is this his Mangekyo ability? But, why is his right eye only glowing? Itachi was broken out of his thoughts as Naruto screamed, "Fire style, fire dragon flame bullet." And Itachi had to dodge 5 fire dragons. His previous question was answered when Naruto's left eye glowed and the fire dragons came back. His left eye's ability is to control fire? Itachi used a water jutsu he copied to dispel the fire dragons, but he saw Naruto's left eye glowing again and the water turned on him instead. Right eye gives him unrivaled mastery of lightning and wind while his left eye controls fire and water. So the old tales were true. Naruto is the Uchiha prince. Itachi dodged the attacks coming at him until they suddenly stopped and saw Naruto clutch his eyes and blood came pouring out. You impress me, Naruto. You really are Shisui's brother, all right. At the mention of Shisui, Naruto's eyes widened in rage. You have no right to speak his name like that, you bastard. His mangekyo spinning furiously, dark blue chakra began to surround Naruto until a spine, then ribcage, arms, a skull with 7 demonic horns and flesh started manifesting. A Susanoo. Thought Itachi in shock, awe, and panic all at the same time as the same lightning danced on the Susanoo's hands as it slammed down on Itachi's position, but Itachi flickered away. Water dragons from the pipes of the deceased's home started to attack Itachi, but he quickly finished them with Phoenix Flower Jutsu. The Susanoo opened its mouth and let out a loud demonic roar that echoed throughout all of the village. Itachi covered his ears but had to avoid a fire-lightning combo attack coming out of the Susanoo's mouth. The Susanoo disappeared as Naruto was exhausted. He was half blind from using his mangekyo powers and Susanoo at the same time he acquired them. He fell down, his sight blurry and blood coming out his eyes, nose, ears, and coughing out blood. With your mangekyo, you are among the few who in the clan who awakened it. If you want to avenge Shisui and the clan, then hate me, detest me, despise me. Grow stronger, and when you can use your eyes properly, come find me. I'll kill you, he declared before he succumbed to unconsciousness. One day, you and Sasuke will redeem me and the clan. And Itachi left just as Umbu and every available ninja, including the 2 Hokages, came to the district. That was certainly an interesting turn of events, thought Toby before he disappeared in a swirl.
Uchiha Clan District. The Umbu and Jonin of the Leaf were in the Uchiha clan's district. Many were shocked to see the dead bodies of the Uchiha, men, women, and children. More shocking, however, were signs of a battle that included high-level jutsu in the district. Who could have done this? Incredible. Must have been powerful to do this much damage. All the while Minato was worried for his secret son, Naruto. After the Nine Tails attack, due to Kushina's insistence, he neglected Naruto. No, he abandoned him in favor of Menma and Mito, who possessed the yin and yang half of the Nine Tails. His fear of Kushina made him unable to take care of Naruto. After Kiyomi's death, he tried taking Naruto, but Kushina, who always hated and was jealous of Kiyomi, would not allow him, and so did the Uchiha clan, because they didn't want the only remaining descendant of Madara to be near a well-known anti-Uchiha, i.e. Kushina. Naruto inherited his talent, whilst MNM inherited their mother's loud, brash attitude and hunger for power. If Naruto died, he would never forgive himself, and Kiyomi would show no mercy in the afterlife. He was broken out of his thoughts when suddenly, an Umbu spoke. Lord Fourth, we found 2 survivors. Who are they? Asked Minato with hope in his voice, hope that Naruto would be alive, to be able to redeem himself. Sasuke Uchiha, second-born of Fugaku Uchiha, and Naruto Izuna Uchiha, replied the Umbu. Oh, thank the sage. He thought in relief. But his condition is bad, Lord Fourth. He is currently experiencing severe chakra exhaustion and is in a coma. Both of them. Then why are you still standing here for? Take them to the hospital. Now. The Umbu quickly left to put both Sasuke and Naruto in the hospital. Who would have wanted to kill the Uchiha clan like this? It was Itachi. The Umbu and Jonin, along with Hiruzen and Minato, turned around to see Danzo walking in. Itachi grew to despise his clan under the pressure of being a shinobi too early. He vetted out his anger by killing his clan. Minato went to speak with Danzo. It's you. You ordered Itachi to kill his clan, didn't you, Danzo? Said Minato with a fury not seen since the Third War. I did what I did in order to protect the village. Do you realize the problem we're currently facing? Danzo, I cannot allow you to continue working on your own authority anymore. The foundation is hereby disbanded, and with that Minato flashed away to the hospital to check on his secret son. Lord Danzo, the body count doesn't match up. What? I witnessed everything. Danzo turned around and saw his other foundation guard was actually Itachi in disguise. If you harm Naruto or Sasuke even in the slightest, I will leak vital information of the village's secrets like the Senju and Uzumaki. Hearing this, Danzo's eye widened in shock just as Itachi disappeared in a murder of crows. Damn him. Morning. Itachi knelt down in front of the 3rd and 4th Hokages. The mission was successful. The coup d'état was prevented, but at a cost of every Uchiha except Sasuke and Naruto. As an added bonus, Naruto managed to awaken his Mangekyo, and Itachi intend to give him Shirsui's eyes to allow Naruto to gain the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Flashback. Itachi, I don't have much time, I probably won't make it, the poison's infected too much. Do me, huff huff a last favor, will ya? Of course Shirsui. Take my eyes. Its power, the Kotoa Matsukami, is too dangerous in the hands of a wrong person. If Naruto awakens the Mangekyo in his eyes, give him mine. He will need it. Present. First, I must thank you, Itachi. The village avoided a civil war thanks to you. Peace has been maintained. Though I must apologize, Itachi. I wish there was another way to resolve this issue without resulting in this, said Minato with guilt in his voice. Lord Fourth, will you swear to me that you will take care of Naruto and Sasuke for me? Yes. Though I may not be able to wash away their hatred for you, I am willing to bear their hate. I wish the others had your kind heart, Itachi. But in the end, I was weak. Feel free to sneak into the village whenever you want to check in on them. Lord Fourth, I have one final request. This caught Minato's interest. What is it? Itachi didn't reply, instead went to give Minato a scroll. After viewing its content, Minato gasped. This is Dash. Yes. Shursui Uchiha's eyes. He entrusted them to me. Last night, Naruto awoke in his Mangekyo Sharingan. Minato's eyes widened in shock. In order for an Uchiha to gain eternal light, they must put the eyes of a sibling or someone close. Naruto overused his Mangekyo last night, and I'm certain he's at least half blind. You got it, Itachi. Lord Fourth, before I go, I must warn you, beware of Danzo and Kushina. Their hands are dirty with the blood of innocence, and I know that they will try to get Shursui's or Naruto's eyes for their twisted ambitions. And with that, Itachi left. Minato looked at the container with Shursui's eyes before sealing them away. Let's get your vision back to 100, shall we, Naruto? Hospital. In a secret underground room, was Kakashi along with two other Umbu guarding one person. That person was Naruto. Kakashi, Tenzo and Yugao were ordered personally by the 4th Hokage to guard Naruto, and only Hokage-assigned nurses or doctors were allowed to see him. Kakashi remembered that moment. His sensei hadn't unleashed killing intent since he heard Obito and Rin died. But it wasn't an anger on Naruto or Kakashi, rather anger at himself for something he didn't know but never pushed on. Naruto's head was covered in bandages. He didn't know what it was. His vision was dark and a pain was in his eyes. He tried feeling his limbs and his legs were fine, but his left arm had an 4 drip attached. What the dash, sniff sniff, am I in the hospital? He got up and groaned. His back felt like it had been carrying a boulder. He tried taking his bandages off, but a hand stopped him. Who's there? Asked Naruto, afraid it could be Itachi or the red-haired woman. It's okay, Naruto. I'm an Umbu assigned to protect you. You're currently in the hospital. Okay. How did I get here? You were in a genjutsu-induced coma after Itachi killed the clan. So, it's true. It's not a dream. The clan really is dead. A tear rolled down his cheeks as he tried to sleep. I'll avenge you, Shursui. A year later. Naruto was released from the hospital a month ago by the doctors. The 4th Hokage explained to him his new eyes, his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Naruto's EMS. The Leaf was shocked to hear Itachi slaughtered the clan, leaving only himself and Sasuke alive. Many mourned the dead clan, but not because they loved them or anything. Rather, the last resort of controlling Menma and Mito, who were pranking demons to the civilians and in case they lost control of the fox, were gone. He also learned of why he had 4 abilities, excluding Susanoo, with his eyes. He was the Uchiha Prince. A prophecy told by the clan's founder and first user of the Sharingan, Indra Otsutsuki. 300 years after his death, and in the next 300 years and so forth, an Uchiha will be born with special eyes that grant them more abilities as well as the ability to use other Mangekyo abilities with greater mastery than the original user. Sadly, in all 1,500 years of the Uchiha clan's history, it wasn't until about a century ago when Madara awakened the Mangekyo, being the first Uchiha to do it. Whether you count Indra or not is your opinion. His right eye abilities were Raijin and Fujin. Raijin gave him unrivaled and godly lightning affinity along with red and purple colored lightning. Fujin also gave him unrivaled and godlike affinity, but it's wind instead of lightning. His left eye had Suijin and Kagutsuchi. Suijin allowed him to manipulate and control water on a level not seen since Tobarama Senju, and Kagutsuchi was the same except it was fire. But all these paled in comparison to the Mangekyo Sharingan's true power, taming and controlling the tailed beasts. A scary thought. Deciding it's best that he doesn't dwell there anymore, he left, but not before orange paint was dropped on top of him. Orange paint. Only 2 people he knew could do this. The Yuzuke's children. He'll make them pay for this later. Naruto washed up and changed into new clothes. He read somewhere in the library that Jiraiya once tried a summoning jutsu without having a contract, and this led him to the Toads of Empty Mayaboku. He wondered if he can get a summoning as well. Strapping his mother's katana, he weaved the hand signs and poof. He was gone. Naruto was falling from the sky. Was this normal for summoners? He looked down and saw mountains, valleys and lakes of lava. What? He was in danger. He remembered the skeletal humanoid he used when he awakened the Mangekyo and tried again. Susanoo. Nothing. Shit. 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 He was getting scared and desperate. Susanoo. Susanoo. Oh, come on. He then remembered awakening the Susanoo when Itachi taunted him. He remembered his words. I can't die like this. Not until I avenged Shursui and the clan. Not until I kill Itachi, and in anger shouted, Susanoo. The ribcage formed and he crashed on the mountainside. Thud. 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 Ow was the only thing he could say as he dispelled his Susanoo's rib and took out his mother's blade. Channeling fire chakra to light it, he started walking. Naruto walked for what he could say as only hours. The landscape was mountainous with volcanoes everywhere. Ash was in the air as rivers and lakes of lava were the only things he saw. Suddenly, he saw a small dragon being harassed by big hyenas. Jumping into action, Naruto using his flaming katana fought against the hyenas. It became apparent that the hyenas weren't leaving, so he weaved through hand signs and said, Fire style, Great Fireball Jutsu. The fireball drove the hyenas away and Naruto turned to the dragon, which was about the size of his palm. Hey little guy. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. The dragon didn't look convinced, so Naruto pulled out some bread and handed it to the dragon. The dragon sniffed and it licked. It liked it and ate it all. Well, that goes my last supply. So, I must have an affinity for dragons, seeing as you are one, right little guy? To which the dragon simply nodded its head. So, care to tell me where the rest of your family is? The dragon barked and led Naruto to the tallest mountains in the land. Naruto panted and panted. He never felt so tired before. They eventually came to the base of the tallest mountains. Laserbeak. Where were you? Naruto turned around to see a big, silver dragon, nearly 100 feet tall, standing at the gate. From the voice, he can tell it was female, although it was very beastly, obviously. Naruto saw many smaller wingless dragons. Smallest were at least 5 average humans tall, wearing armor and surrounding him. Oh, a human. Who are you, human? This is the first time a human came to the Shadowlands. Shadowlands? Must be the name for this place, he thought. Composing himself, he answered, My name is Naruto Izuna Uchiha. I have come here after I performed the summoning jutsu without first having a contract. It appears I have an affinity for dragons. Really now? Well, my name is Ekaterine and I will take you to meet my father, Bahamut. Bahamut? Yes. My father and boss of the dragon clan. They walked into the castle, which was made of black stone. It was a structure larger than anything Naruto had ever seen before. Tall statues of dragon knights decorated the pillars along with gold, jewels and diamonds that could make the daimyos look like peasants in comparison. Hey sis, who this you brought with ya? Came the voice of a black dragon with blue markings. Midnight, I told you not to be so loud in the castle, came another bigger but wingless dragon with red scales and 2 massive horns. A ball with spikes seemed to be his tail as he was covered with numerous scars. Sorry big bro. Geez, chill out. But really though sis, who's this with you? What did they call these again? Humans? Humans? Humans. Came the reply of the 2 dragons as well as Naruto. Anyways, where is father? This is important. In the throne room, replied the red dragon. Thanks Anselin, she thanked her older brother and walked to the throne room. Should we follow? Asked Midnight. Anselin didn't say anything but followed. Jerk. Naruto walked into the throne room and was amazed and afraid of the dragon boss, Bahamut. He was nearly 500 meters or half a mile in length. The dragon saw Naruto and narrowed his eyes. Father, I have something that you would like to see. Is it about the human? Yes father. His name is Naruto Izuna Uchiha. At the clan name, Bahamut's eyes widen in surprise. He has come here via the summoning jutsu without a contract. He may very well be the first human here. Interesting, thought Bahamut. And why have you come here, Naru dash? Izuna will do. Very well. Tell me, Izuna, why did you come here? For power, he stated bluntly. I read somewhere that Jiraiya of the Sannin was able to get the Toad contract by using the summoning jutsu without a contract. I tried and here I am. And exactly why would someone so young as you would want power? For revenge. And exactly revenge on whom? Itachi Uchiha. Naruto had to suppress his hate and anger so as to speak properly, though it was difficult. He killed my older brother, my godmother and my clan. Izuna, I have a question I want to ask you. Sure. What is it? Would you like to become the first summoner of the dragons of the Shadowlands, seeing as you have an affinity towards dragons? Of course I would. But I have to ask, why me? Because we dragons are the strongest summons to ever exist. There are many, many summoning clans, but none are stronger than the Great Four, the wolves of Fangtooth Valley, the tigers of the Great Grass Sea, the phoenixes of the Golden Desert and us, the dragons of the Northern Shadowlands. Lower and less powerful clans have summoners but not us. You are the first and only human in thousands of years to come here, and many of my kin want to see the world and a good battle. I accept. Good. Bahamut then pulled out a scroll from the tip of his tail and gave it to Naruto. Bite your thumb and write your name on the scroll. Then, the contract between you and the dragons is done. Naruto bit his thumb and wrote his name, and done with this, I am one step closer to killing you, Itachi. Congratulations on being our first summoner, Izuna Uchiha. Hearing this, many dragons roared and jumped in joy at having a summoner and finally getting to go into the world. Excellent. I hope we can work together. 7 years later. It's been 7 years since Naruto awakened his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and became the first dragon summoner. For Naruto, now age 14, the last 7 years was boring. The civilian council in Kushina passed a new academy curriculum that stated the academy will only learn books, no chakra control, and for genin graduation only the basic clone, substitution and transformation was needed. The academy upped its propaganda, especially on the Uzumaki clan, as it was a subject the academy taught for the next 7 years. Naruto hated it. He would simply send a shadow clone to the academy while he stayed in home, practicing taijutsu, ninjutsu, genjutsu, kenjutsu, and sometimes, fuinjutsu. Naruto found a note written by his great-grandfather, Madara, to his grandfather, Taijima. The note contained jutsus created by Madara like the Majestic Destroyer Flame, Majestic Flame Demolisher, Dragon Flame Caterwall, and many more. He also found a well-known and believed to be dead taijutsu master named Chen. Master Chen was older than the third Hokage, but his knowledge was still intact. Naruto found him and made a deal. For every taijutsu style he taught, Naruto would give him dumplings and onigiri. He also learned that Chen was the master of Might Dai, father of Might Guy. Chen would eventually die at age 96 and the same time Naruto was 12, but not before having a worthy successor in the form of Naruto. A/N, Chen didn't teach Might Guy, so Naruto is his last student and successor. While training in the Forest of Death, Naruto, age 12, encountered one Anko Midarashi while he was practicing his Majestic Flame Destroyer and annoyed Naruto to no end with her nickname, Chibi-kun. Naruto, in anger, accidentally used Kotoa Matsukami on her. Naruto thought he genjutsu killed her but didn't. She swore her loyalty to him as his slave, willing to do anything to please her new master, and Naruto took full advantage of it. From her, he learned of the previous academy's curriculum that the academy taught chakra control and used it to effect by having students, ages 10 or if you already unlocked it, to practice tree walking, water walking, etc. He also learned that they used to have students underwent tests to see their affinity and would teach D-ranked elemental jutsus and D-ranked genjutsu. The graduation exams at the time required the current basic 3 but also breaking out of a high D, low C ranked genjutsu and performing at least one elemental jutsu perfectly. Naruto hated it. The academy changed its curriculum so that civilian kids could pass, and he was certain only kids whose parents were former shinobi or if they were from a clan could be a successful ninja in the future. But he was furious as it was obvious that Kushina didn't want him getting stronger. So, he used Enko to get stronger and used her to get new techniques on ninjutsu or new types of genjutsu and new seals to learn, some even from the restricted area of the library. And also learned basic medical jutsu like Mystic Palm. On an interesting side note, he learned that with his EMS, he could use Kotoa Matsukami and it needed only a 10-day recharge, compared to Shirsue's 10 years. Naruto woke up from his bed. Today was the day of the graduation exam, and next week, assuming he passed and Kushina didn't sabotage his results, would be in a genin team and later participate in the Chunin exams. He got up his bed and headed downstairs. The house was clean. Due to his training, he didn't have time to clean but had his slave Anko do it for him. Must reward her with a few dango and a little something, hee. He prepared some toasts and tea. After eating, he brushed his teeth and looked in the mirror. A/N, he looks like this. Most of my baby fat is gone. Must be the constant training. He dressed up, taking the Uchiha clan's traditional outfit worn during the Warring States era. And put on his black boots. He walked out his home and went to the academy. He just hoped the SFC, Sasuke fan club, and MMFC, Menma and Mito fan club, didn't blow out his drums, again. Academy. Naruto put his head down as he tried to sleep. Last night's training with the dragons left him exhausted and he got little sleep. Why would he get little sleep if he was exhausted, you ask? He slept at 1 a.m. and got up at 7:30 a.m. His sleep, and dreams of fucking Enko silly, were interrupted when he heard sounds of a crash and the stampeding noises of angry oxen or buffaloes or some great beast. But it wasn't. It was the president of the SFC and vice president following behind. Sakura Haruno and Ino Yamanaka. Oh no, thought Naruto in dread as placed himself in a genjutsu hoping to drown out the banshee screeches. Ha! Take that Ino pig. I'm sitting next to Sasuke. Please forehead. I arrived first. The two were still fighting. Naruto thought, no, he knows that these two would most likely die in a real mission as their obsession with Sasuke would be their greatest weakness. Naruto saw Menma and Mito Yuzukases coming in. Mito, followed by a horde of fanboys and Hinata Hyuga clinging on Menma's right arm. Both Yuzukases saw Naruto and scowled. Menma was jealous of Naruto because of his power and Mito hated him because Naruto put her in a genjutsu that embarrassed her. He forced her to wear clown makeup and prance around the streets until she nearly drowned herself in the Naka River. Naruto was awoken from his sleep by many gasps. He looked and saw Sasuke and Kiba, kissing. Blink. Blink. He activated his Sharingan to see if it was a genjutsu but it wasn't and only served to photograph it. Where's the bleach? I need it. Where's the grass? I need to touch the grass. The fangirls then beat the crap out of Kiba for stealing their kiss with Sasuke. Alright class, settle down. We will begin the exams now, came the Chunin instructor, Irika Yumino, and the class responded with, yes sensei. Before sitting down and readying their pencils. The written exams were finished with Naruto getting 120 out of 100, an extra 20 for good handwriting, with Shikamaru Nara and Shino Aburame in second place with 98 out of 100 both. Third was Sasuke and a new kid named Sai who got 95 both. Last place was Kiba Inuzuka who got 12 out of 100 with Menma Yuzuke's not being far behind with 22 out of 100. For the girls, first place was Sakura with 100 out of 100 and second was Hinata who got 97 out of 100. Third was Ino with 92 and fourth was Mito with 88 points. Next was Shuriken Jutsu and kunai throwing. Sasuke and Menma got 18-20 with Kiba and most civilians getting 6/20ths. Izuna, you're up. Naruto took 2 kunai and 2 shuriken. Sensei, I would like to do something new. The teacher didn't say anything and allowed it. Naruto jumped high and his head faced downwards and he channeled fire chakra through the shuriken and lightning chakra through the kunai. Phantom Shuriken Kunai Jutsu. The 2 shuriken and kunai became 12 each and they hit dead center along with 4 additional secret targets that were hidden. The teacher was shocked. Only the 4th and Itachi saw the 4 hidden targets. Congratulations Izuna. You got 24-20, a high score not seen since Lord 4th or Itachi. What? Irika sensei. Izubaka must have cheated. Only my Sasuke can do that. Said a certain pink-haired banshee we all know. Irika got tick marks and used his big head jutsu and shouted, shut up Sakura. Izuna performed Jonin-level chakra control and hit targets that were hidden by genjutsu. For your outburst alone, I'm deducing you and Sasuke's scores by 2 points. Hearing this, Sasuke got mad and glared at Sakura, who gulped in fear. How? How did that second-rate Uchiha got better scores than me? I must have his power. Naruto went first and knocked out the Chunin assistant Mizuki in 30 seconds. Due to Mizuki being unconscious, the students were paired against each other. Sasuke won against Sai, Shino won against Shikamaru, who forfeited, Kiba won against Choji, civilian versus civilian, etc. Hinata defeated Sakura, Mito won against Ino, etc. etc. A/N, before I forget, Menma looks like Boruto with red hair whereas Mito looks like Canon Naruto's sexy jutsu. The next portion of the exams was the ninjutsu portion or as Naruto called it, the basic 3. Okay everyone, the next and final part of the exams is the ninjutsu portion. When your name is called, you will go to the examination room and perform the academic 3 jutsus. You will first do a transformation and turn into a person of your choosing. Next you will swap places with a chair and perform the clone jutsu in front of the 3rd and 4th Hokages, along with the first lady and elders, said Irika Yumino before calling the first name, Sasuke Uchiha, you're up first. As Sasuke walked away to the room, Naruto covered his ears as the fangirls screeched. Go Sasuke. Sasuke is number 1. My Sasuke will win. Your Sasuke? He's mine. He's nothing compared to Menma. By the gods, someone kill them all, thought Naruto in annoyance. After the clan heirs and a few civilians went here and there, it was finally Naruto's turn. Izuna Uchiha, you're up. Naruto said nothing and went straight to the room and stood in front of the 2 Hokages, the 3 elders and, her. Naruto walked in and broke. Good evening, Naruto. Izuna will do, Lord Hokage. Okay then Izuna. First do a transformation. Naruto nodded his head and without a single hand seal, poofed and in his place, was Madara Uchiha with his left hand grabbing his gunbai and his Sharingan glowing menacingly. He looks just like Madara from the history books, thought Minato with a bit of sweat down his forehead. Okay then, perform the substitution. Naruto transformed back and swapped places with a chair. Now, perform the clone jutsu. 10 Narutos poofed into existence, but unknown to them, however, they were shadow clones and not the basic clone jutsu. Alright. I've reviewed your score and I can safely say, you passed with flying colors. However, for additional scores, you can perform a jutsu of your choice. I would like that, Lord Hokage. Let's see what jutsu you know, my secret son. Fire style, majestic demolisher flame. Naruto shouted the name and hit the wall. Seals were kept on the wall so as to not break, but Naruto's jutsu broke the wall, much to Minato's amazement and surprise. How? The seals were supposed to not let this happen. He composed himself and asked, Izuna, where did you learn that jutsu? The Uchiha clan's library. I see. Well anyways, here is your headband and congratulations on being a genin. Thank you, Lord Fourth. He grabbed his headband and left. Kushina put an expressionless face, but inside, she was seething. How could that bitch's son be more powerful than my own? The class was back in the classroom. Many talking about who's the rookie of the year or how they were going to either in Sasuke or Menma's team. Quiet class. Irika came in, along with Mizuki, and the class became quiet. I will announce the dead last and rookie of the year and kunoichi of the year. Dead last is Kiba Inuzuka. Just as he said that, Kiba groaned and some laughed at him. Kunoichi of the year is Sakura Haruno. But before Irika could continue, Sakura jumped and declared supremacy over Ino, and rookie of the year is Izuna Uchiha. What? Came from Sasuke, Menma, and all their fangirls. But Irika-sensei, Sasuke deserves that title far more than Izuna does. Said Sakura, with many fangirls agreeing. Now, Sakura, Izuna answered every question correctly, knocked out a Chunin, did Jonin-level chakra control and performed a high-level fire jutsu. Now everyone, come back tomorrow for the team selection at 9 o'clock. Dismissed. Sasuke seethed his teeth. I should be the stronger Uchiha. I'm the next heir. I deserve that title. Menma became angry. One day, your power will be mine. Hokage's office. In front of the Hokage stood 9 Jonin of the Leaf. Among them were Kushina Uzumaki, who decided to come out of retirement, Kakashi Hatake, Kurenai Yuhi, and Asuma Sarutobi. Team 6 will consist of Menma and Mito Yuzuka's and Sai. Jonin-sensei, Kushina Uzumaki. Kushina grinned, now that Uchiha will know his place. And Kakashi had a disappointed eye. Team 7 will be Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Izuna Uchiha. Jonin-sensei, Kakashi Hatake. Team 8, Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga, and Shino Aburame. Jonin will be Kurenai Yuhi. Since Team 9 is still in active duty, Team 10 will be the new Ino Shikacho under Asuma Sarutobi. Everyone dismissed. Everyone left except Kakashi. Sensei, I requested to be Menma and Mito's sensei. I know Kakashi, but Kushina insisted she be their sensei. If you could give me some seals, I could handle the 9 tails. I'm sorry Kakashi, but the council wanted you to train Sasuke and Izuna in their Sharingan. Kakashi was disappointed but nevertheless accepted. Besides, you're teaching Obito's younger cousin. Because they're Uchiha. No. Shursui was Obito's younger brother and in turn makes Izuna his younger cousin. Seriously? Asked a surprised Kakashi. Yes. And, you're also teaching one of my children. What? Asked Kakashi as if he had been hit with the 1,000 years of death. How? I thought Menma and Mito were your only children. Yes. You know him as Izuna Uchiha, but his real name is Naruto Izuna Uchiha Namikaze. How did it happen? It all began when dash. Q long explanation that the author doesn't want to write. Wow sensei. Yes. Wow indeed. Will you tell him? That you are his father? One day perhaps. But I don't think he'll care. Why? Because I failed as a father. Kakashi was saddened to hear this. His sensei was an operan and he always wanted a family. To hear him say that he failed as a father was a sad statement. Don't worry sensei. I'll get Izuna to brighten up and once he finds out, he'll welcome you with open arms. Thank you Kakashi. Naruto walked home to see Enko in a maid outfit cleaning his house. Welcome home master. I hope your day was good. I guess it was. Did you prepare some food for me, my slave? Yes master. It's in the dining room. He walked into the dining room and ate the food that his slave prepared for him. He thought hard on his progress and he enjoyed it. He was strong, that much he knew. In 3 years, he would be strong enough to kill Itachi. But there was also the matter of the clan's restoration. Given how Sasuke doesn't pay attention to his fangirls, he wondered if Sasuke was interested in the male gender. Shaking those thoughts out, Naruto looked at Enko and decided she would be the lab rat to lose his virginity. Anko. Yes, master. Tonight, you're sleeping with me, naked. Of course, master. Next morning. Naruto woke up and stretched his arms. He remembered last night's makeout session. He was a bit too young to have children, so he put a birth control seal on Anko and did the deed. He looked at the sleeping form of Anko and played with her C-cup braids before kneeling down and sucking them and licking Anko's cheeks. He looked at the clock and saw it was 7:45. Still early. He cleaned his cock on Anko's purple hair before he commanded her again. Anko, go downstairs, clean up and prepare breakfast. Anko's eyes opened as her brain took in her master's new orders. She quickly got up and went downstairs. Academy. Alright everyone. I know you're all excited to know your teammates and new sensei, but settle down, I'll announce the teams now. Every fangirl wanted to be with either Menma or Sasuke, whereas every fanboy wanted Mito. Team 1 is. Naruto tuned off until he got to the important part, i.e. his team. Team 7 will consist of Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno. He was interrupted by a loud banshee voice. Yes. In your face, Ino pig. True love conquers all. Shut up, forehead. Quiet, you too. As I was saying, Team 7 will consist of Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno. Yes. True low dash. Quiet. Sorry, Irika-sensei. And Izuna Uchiha under Kakashi Hatake. Kakashi Hatake. Where have I heard that name before? Naruto. Yes. I have Sasuke. He will definitely fall for me and we'll have kids and I'll be Ms. Uchiha, but why do we need to have Izuna? He's just trying to steal Sasuke's spotlight, Sakura. Great. I have the useless fangirl, but at least I have the second-rate Uchiha and I can steal his secrets. Team 8, Kiba Inuzuka, Hinata Hyuga and Shino Aburame under Kurina Yuhi. Team 9 is still in circulation, so Team 10, Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nara and Choji Akimichi under Asuma Sarutobi. I wanted to be with Menma though. It doesn't matter. I'll just have to work with these two, Hinata. Why do I get the lazy ass and fatso? Ino. He. Sasuke saw Menma and Mito laughing at them. Hey. What's so funny? It's because we know Kakashi and he'll be 3 hours late. What? Asked a surprised Sakura. Are Jonins this late? But then, the Jonins for Team 6, 8 and 10 came. Team 8, meet me on Training Ground 8. Team 10 on Training Ground 14. Team 6, Training Ground 22, said Kushina and left. But not before giving Naruto a dark glare. Team 8's Jonin was pretty. Perhaps I could use a new slave, thought Naruto. 3 hours later. 3 hours passed by. Naruto was enjoying his new book, titled Loveless. Sakura was trying to start a conversation with Sasuke but failed each time. Naruto had enough and walked to the door. Sakura saw this and asked, "Hey. Where are you going?" Naruto paid her no mind and simply walked out the door. Rude. Finally, Kakashi came. Team 7? He asked and got angry nods from Sasuke and Sakura. But he noticed something odd. Where's the third member? He went outside just a few minutes ago. Okay. Might as well search for dash. His speech was broken when he saw Naruto leaning on the door with a can of soda in his left hand and a book in his right. Took you long enough, was all he said. Okay then. My first impression of you three is, you're boring. Meet me on the roof in 5 minutes, and with that he flickered away. Rooftop. Kakashi sat on the railings and thought he had time to catch up on some reading. But Naruto appeared in a body flicker and did nothing except drink and read. So he knows the body flicker. 5 minutes later, Sasuke and Sakura, panting heavily from running up the stairs, finally arrived. Okay. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Kakashi-sensei, like how? Asked Sakura. This is supposed to be the kunoichi of the year? Kakashi thought, disappointed. Well, likes, dislikes and dreams for the future and hobbies. Why don't you go first and tell us how it's done, sensei? Okay, my name is Kakashi Hatake, my likes are none of your concern. I have a few dislikes, as for dreams, I have some hobbies. All we learned was his name, thought the three. How about you go first, Pinky? Scowling at the name, she composed herself and began, my name is Sakura Haruno. My likes are glances at Sasuke, my dreams are Sasuke again and dreams are Sasuke again. And dislikes? Ino Pig and Izabaka. She looked at Naruto and nothing. What a total fangirl, were the thoughts of the other three. What about you, Mr. Brooding Duckbutt? Kakashi said, pointing at Sasuke. Sasuke scowled. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I don't have a lot of likes, I hate a lot of things. I don't have any hobbies in my dream, no it's an ambition cause I'm making it a reality. I'm going restore my clan and kill a certain someone. Sasuke's so cool, Sakura. As I thought, Kakashi. Not with your pathetic strength and your first kiss being Kiba you're not, Naruto. How about you go next, Mini Madara? Said Kakashi. Naruto gave neither a scowl nor an angry reply. My name is Izuna Uchiha. Telling you my likes is pointless as you don't care about it just as I don't care about yours. Dislikes are the same. I have no intention of telling you either my hobbies or dreams. He's just trying to act cooler than my Sasuke. Sakura. And I thought Sasuke was cold, Kakashi. Anyways you three aren't genin yet. What? But Kakashi-sensei, we passed the graduation exam. Oh that? It was to see if you can handle being genin. The real exam's tomorrow. Meet me at training ground 7, tomorrow at 7 a.m. And a bit of advice, don't eat. Kakashi left and Naruto stood up. He body flickered to his home and wondered if Kakashi could dance well against him.